Stanway 1, Barking 3, here with manager Craig Edwards. Craig, away to the league leaders, a great result and a resilient performance by the boys today.
Yeah, I knew it was going to be tough. 26 unbeaten since the first game of the season, and to be fair, they was every bit as tough as I thought. We didn't get off to an ideal start. Went down 1-0, disappointed with the goal, but the spirit and the determination they showed to come back was fantastic. And the second half was really backs to the wall stuff, and the boys to a man were fantastic. And I was looking, do we need to freshen it up here? I had probably the strongest bench I've had all season, and but it was one of those games that they were all putting such a shift in, that you sort of a little bit worried. You take one out, do you lose your shape a little? And it was such a, it looks a really hard game to get into. But absolutely delighted. And I thought, in the end, we deserved it, and everyone played a part, and it's put us in a really good position after really throwing away a great position last week.
Brought Hassan in today, and he made a difference up front. His hold-up play was great, drifting up wide at times to give us space for Sam and John to drive in. A real good first performance from back in a blue shirt. Yeah,
he's a great lad, and you know what you're going to get from him. I mean, he can be frustrating at times. We had a little word about a few things that I think he needed to do better, but I think he'll improve game by game. Big thank you to Billy Holland for allowing us to have him over at Waltham Abbey, and he gave us everything I thought he would. He's dangerous down the sides. He's a real presence. But I thought all three of them, the front boys, were fantastic today. And you look at those three names on the team sheet, and you think, oh, you've got goals written all over us, And we had to battle away, but it was, like I say, it was a real team performance at the back. I thought they've thrown themselves into everything. Dan, who's been out for 4 games, and he had a real indifferent start, looks a bit shaky, but he's shown great character to not only just improve, but second half he was different league, and penalty save was fantastic, and he's done really, really well. Across the middle, they worked their socks out. We played in an unfamiliar position, and he's done really well. Sam, know what I'm going to get from Sam. The 2 wing backs give us good width, and it was just really good. Not saying last week it was the first game I've missed in 27 years, like through illness, still not 100%, and also the first time in 27 years that I've had 4 games and 4 different keepers. And the young lad last week, he struggled a bit, particularly towards the end, and that's why Dan, after an indifferent start, he's got that mentality. He can put it behind him and be really important when it matters. And we lacked that last week, but please God, we've got players coming back now. Teddy shouldn't be too far away. So it's looking pretty rosy.
Did you change anything going into the second half in terms of the midfield? Because for me, in the first half, I think Stanway was winning way too many second balls. It looked like Alfie went a bit more advanced, played with Sammy and picked up the loose ball. Stanway was winning the first half, which led to us getting about 6 more counter-attacks in the
See, with Alfie being a natural centre-half, I think you got that natural desire sort of to drop in deep, and I think it was as much to do with Sam as anything else. He said to be braver and to push forward and give them problems, and I thought he did. First half we did lose a lot of aerial duels. I thought second half we were far better here, but they are a really handful side. The manager after the game was very, very complimentary. He's a good lad, and I fully expect them to win it, and I think they're a terrific side, and I think it's a great compliment to us to come here and beat them 3-1, because, like I say, they haven't lost since the first game of the season, and to go 26 games unbeaten in any league is phenomenal. and I think they'll regroup and be very, very tough to beat.
We spoke about consistency in our last interview. We had a bit of an indifferent away run beforehand. Do you think with this performance it would have set the standard of how they need to perform week in week out the rest of the season?
And like we've had blowing my own trumpet and that, I mean, I don't think, if I hadn't been here, I don't think we'd have lost last week. And it's simply because I don't think, I mean, you see how we managed to gain the last half hour, second half today. I thought we managed, I mean, only going from the highlights that I've watched and the game that I've watched, I thought we managed it dreadfully last week. You know, and the winning goal was woeful to concede, and I don't think we'd have conceded that. You know, and so you know, I mean, that's down to me. But you know, the Saffron Walden game was one of them I thought could have gone either way. Once again, we suffered from not having a keeper, or you know, a new keeper in, and it makes it very difficult. You know, for like I say, Dan's come in and made a few mistakes early on. Yeah, I mean, like all the best keepers I've worked with over the years, they can make mistakes the same as they can in the Premiership. You know, but the better ones are the ones that put it behind them, and you walked in 5 minutes after they made a bad mistake. You'd never know. You think, what a good keeper, and they've got to have that real thick skin and mentality. And that's the thing with some like younger keepers, they find it very difficult when they make a mistake. And by all accounts, last week the lad he had a decent game, but then he's made a mistake and his whole game crumbles. You know, and that's you know that's what an experienced keeper will give you. You know, so yeah, but all's well and it ends well, and we've gone up to fourth now, and we've got to really push on. You know, we can't sort of like be satisfied with that. We have to push on every game. And we've got a tough game Tuesday, very tough game, and we'll look to progress in that if we can, and then we back to the league and see if we can put in a similar performance next week.
Right, cheers, Craig. Come on.
Lovely. Cheers, boys.